Welcome back to my channel Math School. In today's video, I'll be solving MCQs on Chapter 2 Triangles. In my previous videos, I've completed the revision for this chapter Triangles. If you have not watched that video, do find the link in the description box below or click the I button above, as it will be much easier to solve these MCQs when you go through the revision of this chapter. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. So now let us begin with the video. Our first question is, which of the following triangles have the same side lengths? So in case of a scalene triangle, all the three sides in a scalene triangle are not equal. They are different. All the three sides in a scalene triangle will be different. In case of an isosceles triangle, only two sides are equal. Whereas in case of an equilateral triangle, all the three sides in an equilateral triangle will be equal. Therefore, the triangle having the same side length is the equilateral triangle, that is option C. Question number 2 is, area of an equilateral triangle with side length A is equal to. So we have a equilateral triangle where all the three sides are equal and they have given us the side length is A. So if we name this triangle as ABC, so each side side length is AA and A. Now we have to calculate the area of the triangle. Area of a triangle is given by half into base into height. Here our base is BC, which is equal to A, whereas the height we don't know, that we have to calculate. So let us draw a perpendicular from vertex A to our third side BC. So this will be our height. So this perpendicular is 90 degrees to the base and also it divides the base into two equal parts. So BD will be A by 2 and DC will be A by 2, since the whole length from B to C is A. Now here in this right angle triangle ADC, we know the DC length, we know AC length. Let us find out AD length by applying Pythagoras theorem here. So the side opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse and the other two sides is perpendicular and base. According to our Pythagoras theorem, we have hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides, that is the base square and perpendicular square. So our hypotenuse is A square equal to base, let us take it as DC. So it is A by 2 the whole square plus perpendicular is H square. So this will be A square equal to A square divided by 2 square is 4 plus H square. Sending this A square by 4 to left hand side, we get A square minus A square by 4 equal to H square. So taking LCM here, we get 4A square minus A square divided by 4 is equal to H square, or this will be 3A square divided by 4 equal to H square, or H is equal to square root of 3A square divided by 4. Here square root of 3 we don't know, so we will write as it is root 3, whereas for A square, the square and square root term will get cancelled and therefore A is left behind. Similarly for 4, 2 square is 4, so square and square root term will get cancelled, so we'll get here 2. So it is root 3A by 2 is the value of H. Now we got the height value, so let us substitute in this area. So area is given by half into base is how much? It is A, and height is root 3A by 2. So this will be multiplying, we have root 3, then A into A will be A square, and in denominator 2 into 2 will be 4. So area of an equilateral triangle with side length A is root 3 A square by 4. Option C, that is root 3 by 4 A square. Coming to our next question, D and E are the midpoints of the side AB and AC of a triangle ABC respectively, and BC is equal to 6 centimeters. If DE is parallel to BC, then the length of DE is. So we have a triangle ABC, okay, and they're saying D and E are the midpoints of the side AB and AC. So D is the midpoint of AB and E is the midpoint of AC. BC is 6 centimeters. Then if DE is parallel to BC, so this DE we will join, which is parallel to BC, then the length of DE is. So always remember, when they have given that two points are midpoints of two sides of a triangle and it is parallel to the third side BC, then this line DE will be half of BC. So this is very much important, which you have to remember. Now they have given us the BC value and they're asking us to determine the DE value. So DE will be equal to half of BC is how much? 6. So cancelling 2 1 times, 2 3 times, or DE is equal to 3 centimeter. Our correct option is option B. Therefore, by using this relationship, that is DE is half of BC, we can find out the value of DE. Fourth question, the diagonals of a rhombus are 16 centimeters and 12 centimeters in length. The side of the rhombus in length is. So here, let us first draw a rhombus. Okay, so this is a rhombus. We have two diagonals here. So first diagonal is 16 centimeter. The diagonals of a rhombus intersect each other at the midpoint. So since the value of the whole diagonal is 16 centimeter, so here we will have 8 centimeter and 8 centimeter. Similarly, we have second diagonal is 12 centimeter, so here we will have 6 centimeter and 6 centimeter. At the midpoint, both the diagonals intersect, so therefore we are dividing the values of diagonal in this manner. So we have to find out the side of the rhombus in length. All the sides in a rhombus are equal, right? If this side is A, then all the four sides will also be equal to 8. So here you can observe that the diagonals intersect each other, forming a perpendicular, and we also observe that is a right angle triangle formed, where we know the two sides of this right angle triangle, that is 6 and 8. Easily we can find out the third side. After we find out that side, all the four sides of the rhombus will be equal in length. So let us apply the Pythagoras theorem here. So the side opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. So we have to find out the hypotenuse value here. So hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides, which is 6 square plus 8 square. This is our Pythagoras theorem. So hypotenuse square is 6 square is how much? 36 plus 8 square is 64. So hypotenuse square is equal to 36 plus 64 is 100, or hypotenuse is how much? Square root of 100, which is equal to centimeter. So the side of the length of the rhombus is equal to 10, 10, 10 and 10 centimeters. So our correct option is option C. Coming to our fifth question, corresponding sides of two similar triangles are in the ratio of 2:3. If the area of the smaller triangle is 48 centimeter, then the area of larger triangle. So we have two triangles, which is one is larger and one is small, and they have given us that these two triangles are similar to each other and the corresponding sides are in the ratio of 2:3. We know the relationship between the area of the triangle and the corresponding sides when the two triangles are similar. That is from the theorem 2.6. So let us assume the bigger triangle to be DEF and the smaller triangle to be PQR. And also they have given us the ratio of their corresponding sides, that is 2:3. So obviously the bigger triangle will have the bigger side. Let us take the corresponding sides as DE and PQ. So the bigger triangle side will be 3E and the smaller triangle side will be 2. So applying the theorem 2.6, that is area of triangle DEF divided by area of triangle PQR is equal to square of the corresponding sides. Corresponding side of the bigger triangle DEF is DE square by PQ square. So here they have given us the area of the smaller triangle, that is 48 square meter. Therefore we have area of DEF divided by 48 equal to DE is 3, so it is 3 square by PQ is 2, 2 square. Therefore area of DEF is equal to 3 square is 9 into 48 divided by 2 square is 4. So cancelling 4 1 times, 4 1 times, 4 2 times. Therefore area of the triangle DEF is 9 2s are 18, carry 1, 9 1s are 9, 10. So it is 108 square centimeter. Our correct option is option D. Question number 6. If perimeter of a triangle is 100 centimeter and the length of the two sides are 30 and 40 centimeters, the length of the third side will be. So we have a triangle and they have given us the perimeter of this triangle to be 100 centimeter. The length of the two sides is given as 30 and 40. So we have to find out length of the third side. Okay, so let us assume it to be x. Perimeter of a triangle is given by sum of the length of all the three sides of a triangle. So that will be x plus 30 plus 40. Perimeter they have given here as 100. So 100 is equal to x plus 30 plus 40 is 70, or x is equal to 100. Sending the 70 to left hand side, we get minus 70, or x is equal to 30. 50 centimeter. So our correct option is option A. So here you have to know the formula for perimeter of a triangle, which is equal to sum of the three side lengths. So applying this, we can find out the third side. Coming to question number 7, if triangles ABC and DEF are similar and they have given their side lengths, the perimeter of the triangle is. So we have two triangles ABC and DEF which are similar, and AB is 4 centimeters, DE is 6, EF is 9 centimeters, FD is 12 centimeters. So we have to find out the perimeter of the triangle ABC. Perimeter of any given triangle is found out by sum of the three sides, that is x plus y plus z, where x, y and z are the three sides of any given triangle. So now also they have given us that the triangle ABC and DEF are similar. If the triangles are similar, then their corresponding side ratios will be equal. So let us write down the corresponding sides ratio. That is, the first corresponding side is AB by DE will be equal to second corresponding side, that is BC by EF, equal to the third corresponding side, that is AC by DF. So now we know AB and DE value, whereas we have to find out the BC and AC value given EF and DF value as well. So let us first consider the first two ratios, substitute the value. So value of AB is 4 by DE is 6 is equal to BC value we don't know, and EF value is given as 9. So cross multiplying, we get BC value, that is 4 into 9 divided by 6. So cancelling 2 3 times, 2 2 times, 3 1 times, 3 3s are 9. So 2 into 3 is 6. So our BC value, we got it as 6. Similarly, now let us consider these two ratios and find out AC value. So what is BC now? BC is 6 by EF is 9 equal to AC we have to find out divided by DF is 12. So cross multiplying, we get AC value, that is 6 into 12 divided by 9. 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12, so 4 2s are 8. So AC value is 8 centimeter. Now since we have to find out the perimeter of the triangle ABC, so sum of the three sides, which is 4 plus 6 plus 8 equal to 18 centimeter. So our correct option is option D. Question number 8, the height of an equilateral triangle of side 5 centimeters. So we have an equilateral triangle. In an equilateral triangle, all the sides length will be equal. So since they have given us 5 here, all the three sides will be equal to 5. So how can we find out the height? By drawing a perpendicular from a vertex to a base of a equilateral triangle. So here you can observe that this perpendicular forms a right angle on both the sides of the perpendicular, and since we have to find out this height h, so here we can apply the Pythagoras theorem to find out the height of this triangle. So this perpendicular divides the triangle in two equal halves. So since the base is 5, now it becomes 5 by 2 and 5 by 2. So let us find out the height by applying the Pythagoras theorem now. So the side opposite the right angle will be the hypotenuse. So this is our hypotenuse, and the other two sides will be perpendicular and the base. So according to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So our hypotenuse is 5 here. So 5 square is 25 equal to perpendicular is h, we have to determine, that is h square, plus our base is again 5 by 2 the whole square. So since we have to find out the height h square, let us send this 5 by 2 to the other hand side. So we get 25 minus, again 5 square is 25 divided by 4. So let us take LCM. So LCM is 4 here. So 4 into 25 is 100 minus 25. So that will be equal to 75 divided by 4. Therefore h square is equal to 75 divided by 4. So let us take square root on both the side. Here square root and square root term will get cancelled. So h will be equal to, now what is square root of 75? So this we can find out by factorizing number 75. 5 1s are 5, carry 2, 5 5s are 25, or 5 3s are 15, 3 1 times. So here we can write 75 as 5 square into 3 divided by 4 can be written as 2 square. For this term 5, the square and square root term will get cancelled. Similarly, for the term 2 in the denominator, square and square root term will get cancelled. So we can write 5 by 2 into root 3 will remain as it is. So what is the value of root 3? Always remember root 3 can be written as 1.73. So let us multiply 5 into 1.73 will be how much? 5 3s are 15, carry 1, 5 7s are 35, plus 1 is 36, 5 1s are 5, plus 3 is 8. So since there is decimal point after two numbers, we will place a decimal point here. So it is 8.65 divided by 2. So let us divide this again to find out the value of h. So dividing by 2, 2 4s are 8, 0, then 6 come down, 2 3s are 6, again 5 comes down, 2 2s are 4, then 1 is the remainder. So since there is a point which is placed after two digits, we can add a 0 here. 2 5s are 10, so 0. Therefore, this value of 4.325 can be approximated as 4.33. Okay, so our correct option is option A. So this is our h value. Coming to question number 9, if ABC and DEF are two triangles and AB by DE is equal to BC by FD, then the two triangles are similar, right? So we have two triangles. Let us draw the figure first. That is ABC and DEF. They are the two triangles where AB by DE is equal to BC by FD. So we have two corresponding sides, that is AB by DE and BC by FD. Here you can observe that two corresponding sides of two triangles are equal. So this we have side, 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 side. The common angle between these two sides is angle B and angle D. Here, therefore, the two triangles are similar by SAS similarity criteria. When two triangles have similar angles, that is angle B is equal to angle D. Our correct option is option B. Coming to our next question, sides of two similar triangles are in the ratio 4:9. Areas of these triangles are in the ratio. So let us first draw two triangles, that is ABC and DEF. Okay, so these two triangles are similar. So the ratio of their areas is given by area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle DEF is equal to square of the ratio of the corresponding side. So here the ratio is given as 4/9. So that will be square of the corresponding ratio, that is 4 square by 9 square. So what is 4 square? It is 16 divided by 9 square is 81. Therefore the ratio is 16:81. Therefore, the areas of these triangles are in the ratio 16:81. That is the correct option is option D. Question number 11 is a square and a rhombus are always similar, congruent, similar but not congruent, neither similar nor congruent. So in case of a congruency, criteria is that it should have same shape and same size. If we consider a square, all the four sides in a square are equal. And in case of a rhombus, all the four sides are equal but angles are not equal. So therefore the shape differs between a square and a rhombus. Hence they are not congruent. When you come to similarity, their corresponding sides must be in equal ratio and the corresponding angles should be equal. In case of a square, all the four angles are 90 degree and all the four sides are equal. Whereas in case of a rhombus, all the four sides are equal but only opposite angles in case of a rhombus are equal. Therefore, they are not similar. Again, option C is not correct, similar but not congruent. So therefore, option D is correct, which is neither similar nor congruent. Both of the criteria of similarity and congruency is not satisfies. Therefore, a square and a rhombus are neither similar nor congruent. Question number 12. Which geometric figures are always similar? Circles are always similar because irrespective of their radii, the shape remains same. Therefore, circles are always similar. Circles and regular polygons. So regular polygon means any figure having more than 3 sides is called as a polygon. So all circles, equilateral triangles and all the polygons which have corresponding sides ratio to be equal and the corresponding angles when they are equal, then all the regular polygons will also be equal. So in this case, our correct option is option D, where circles and regular polygons are always similar. Option C, here they have given only circles and triangles. Only equilateral triangles are similar. Okay, not all the triangles, only equilateral triangles are similar. So therefore our correct option is option B. Question number 13. Triangle ABC and PQ are similar. Angle B is 50, angle C is 70, then angle P is. So quickly let us first draw the two triangles, that is ABC and PQR. Here they have given us angle B as 50 degree, angle C is 70 degree, and we have to find out the angle P value. So since triangle ABC and triangle PQR are similar, then the corresponding angles will be equal. So if we find out the angle A, then that will be equal to angle P. So in a triangle ABC, always sum of the three angles will be equal to 180. They have given the two angles, that is 50 plus 70, and we have to find out the third angle, that is angle A. So 180, 50 plus 70 is 120. So sending to left hand side, we get 180 minus 120 is equal to angle A, or angle A is equal to 60 degree. Now since triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, angle A is equal to angle P, which is again equal to 60 degree. So our correct option is option B. Question number 14, in triangle DEF, so let us draw a triangle DEF. GH is a line parallel to EF. So we have a line GH which is parallel to EF, cutting DE at G and DF at H. If DE is equal to 16.5 centimeters, so this side DE is 16.5 centimeters, DH is 5, HF is 6. We have to find out the value of GE. So whenever they give in a triangle a line having 2 points cutting the two sides of the triangle DE and DF, and it is parallel to the third side EF, then you should always remember the three criteria. Then this line GH will be equal to half of EF. Second is the ratio, that is DG by GE will be equal to DH by HF, and the third equation is DE by GE equal to DF by HF. So these are the three important equations where you have to remember whenever this condition is given in case of triangles. Okay, so now they have given us the DE and we have to find out GE value given DH and HF. So here if you observe, our third criteria is applicable. So let us substitute the values in this third equation, where what is DE value? DE value is given as 16.5 centimeters divided by GE. We have to find out GE equal to DF. They have given us DH and HF value, that is DF is equal to DH plus HF, that is 5 plus 6 is how much? 11, divided by what is HF? HF is 6. So just cross multiply and find out the value of GE. So therefore GE into 11 is equal to 16.5 into 6, or GE is equal to 16.5 into 6 divided by 11. So here if you multiply, 6 5s are 30, 6 6 are 36, plus 3 is 39, 6 1s are 6, plus 3 is 9. So we have to add a point after one digit, so adding here point divided by 11. So here we can directly cancel 11 one times, 11 9s are 99. So our GE value is equal to 9 centimeter. So our correct option will be option A. Right, so these are the three important relationships that you have to know to solve such kinds of problem. It is very much important. I'm sure there can be 2 questions in your examination based on this relationship. In a rectangle, length is equal to 8 centimeter, breadth is 6 centimeter, then its diagonal is. So we have a rectangle here whose length is 8 and breadth is 6, and then we have to find out its diagonal, the length of the diagonal. So opposite sides in a rectangle are equal, therefore here we have 8 and this side is 6 again. So here you can see that 2 right angle triangles are formed. There is a right angle triangle, then we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. As we know, 2 sides of the right angle triangle, the third side, which is the diagonal, is unknown. So let us apply the Pythagoras theorem simply and find out the hypotenuse or the diagonal value. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the square of the other 2 sides, that is the perpendicular square and the base square. So hypotenuse we have to find out. Base is how much? 6 square plus perpendicular is 8 square. 6 square is 36 plus 8 square is 64. So hypotenuse square is equal to 100, or taking the square root on both the sides, we get the square root of 100 is equal to 10 centimeter. That is our correct option is option C. So this is very simple. Just apply the Pythagoras theorem to find out your diagonal value. Question number 16 is, in ABC, DE is parallel to AB if CD is 3 centimeters, EC is 4, BE is 6 centimeter, then DA is equal to. So let us first draw the triangle. Only then you will know what exactly they're asking. So please try to draw the figure. In case of solving problems from chapter triangles, it is very much important to draw the figure initially. So they have given us a triangle ABC, where they're saying us that DE is parallel to BC. So this is DE. CD value they have given us, DE is parallel to AB. To this side AB, we have a line DE which is parallel. So it is better to draw the figure taking the base as AB. So let us draw the figure again, taking the base as AB, C, where DE is parallel to AB, because it will be much easier to solve here. So CD is given as 3 centimeters, EC is 4, BE is again 6. We have to find out the DA value. In the question number 14, that these three relationship in case of a triangle is very much important. So here our second equation will be applied. So according to the figure, I am going to write down that relationship. That is CD by DA is equal to CE by EB. CD by DA is equal to CE by EB. Okay, so CD value we know it is 3, AD we have to find out, equal to CE is 4 and EB is 6. So simply cross multiply to find out the AD value. So this is very much simple if you know the relationship of the sides. AD is equal to 6 into 3 divided by 4. So cancelling 2 times, 2 3s are, so 3 3s are 9 by 2, or it is 4.5 centimeter. So our AD value is option C, that is 4.5 centimeter. Question number 17, in triangle ABC, so let us draw a triangle ABC. AB is 6 root 3, AC is 12, BC is, and BC we think we have to find out, then angle B is, and we have to determine the value of angle B. So given two sides, let us apply the Pythagoras theorem to find out the third side. So if it satisfies the Pythagoras theorem and we get the value, then angle B will be equal to 90 degree. Okay, since they have asked us angle B, the side angle B will be our hypotenuse. So let us consider AC as hypotenuse, BC as base, and AB as the perpendicular. So applying the Pythagoras theorem, that is the hypotenuse square or 12 square is equal to the base square plus the perpendicular square, that is 6 root 3 the whole square. So 12 square is 144 equal to base square plus, taking the square of this term, 6 square is 36, root 3 the whole square will be into 3, or it is 144 is equal to b square plus, multiplying 6 3s are 18, carry 1, 3 into 3 is 9 plus 1 10, or 144 minus 108 is equal to b square, or b square is equal to 36, taking square root on both the sides, b is equal to square root of 36 is 6. Therefore, we got the base value as equal to 6. So, which satisfies our Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, what will be our angle B? Angle B will be our 90 degree. So, based on the assumption we are following this question, we are assuming the angle B to be 90 degree initially, and we will find out the third side. Since the Pythagoras theorem is satisfied, therefore our angle B is equal to 90 degree. Question number 18, the ratio of the areas of the two similar triangles is equal to what? Square of the ratio of the corresponding side? Yes, it is correct. The ratio of their corresponding side? No. Square of the ratio of the corresponding angles? No. None of the above. So the correct option is, it is square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. So this is a theorem which is directly asked, that is theorem number 2.6, based on the areas of the similar triangles. So as I told you, you should also know the statement of the theorems that can be asked directly in this manner. Question number 19 is, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF and their areas are 64 centimeters and 121 centimeters respectively. If EF is 15.4, then BC is. So this question is based on a theorem 2.6, which we did in our previous question, that is question number 18. So here, area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DEF is equal to square of their corresponding sides. So we have BC square divided by EF square. So here they have given an area of triangle ABC, that is 64 divided by area of triangle DEF is 121 equal to BC value we have to find out, and EF they have given as 15.4 the whole square. So here the simplest method to solve this equation is, instead of taking the square of 15.4, which will be a lengthy process, just take square root on both the sides. We know the square root of 64, which is 8, square root of 121 is 11, is equal to, here square and square root terms will get cancelled in both numerator and denominator, and you will be left with BC divided by 15.4. So now you can find out the BC value by cross multiplying, that is 8 into 15.4 divided by 11. So remove this point in the numerator, by adding a 0 in the denominator. So now cancelling, 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 2 7s are 14, 2 7s are 14, then 11 5 times, 11 7 times. So 8 into 7 is 56 divided by 5. We will divide here directly. So 5 1s are 5, 0, 6. Again 5 1s are 5, 1 is the remainder. Add a point, you get 0 here, 5 2s are 10. So our correct option is option A, that is 11.2 centimeter. A last question is, the two congruent triangles are actually similar with the ratio of the corresponding sides as, the ratio of the corresponding sides should be equal. Here which is the ratio which is equal? 1:1. So therefore our correct option is option B. The two congruent triangles are similar with the ratio of the corresponding sides to be equal. Here the first ratio is 1/2, which is not correct. Third ratio is 1:3. Again, that is not correct. Option D is also not correct. So always the ratios should be equal. Therefore, a correct option is option B. So here I complete 20 multiple choice questions from chapter triangles. So all these 20 questions are very much important. So do practice these questions. If you like this video, hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel for more such videos from all the chapters. Also do watch the related videos of multiple choice questions shown on the screen. Thank you.